Today we are going to know the inner structure of a diode and how it works in different circuits. Diodes are semiconducting material. Basically, a diode is a combination of two types of semiconducting materials. Those are p-type and n-type semiconducting material. P-type semiconducting material are those in which the concentration of holes are much greater than the concentration of electrons, and n-type semiconducting materials are those in which concentration of electron is much greater than the concentration of holes. So by combining these two types of semiconducting material, we can make a electronic device called diode. Practically, a diode is this type of circular, not circular, a cylindrical equipment in which you can see the one side is painted with black and the other side is marked by a single white line. The one side in which hole painted by black is terminal called positive terminal, that is mean the P type is this side, and the other one in which one single white line is drawn is known as negative terminal. Here I gave you the practical image of a diode. Basically, if you pick up a diode, you will see that one side is painted black and other side is marked by a single white line. The side in which all painted black is called positive terminal, and the other side where one single white mark is there is called negative terminal. Although this information is enough for you to build most of the electronic circuits in your practicals or in your daily use, but if you curious about the working principle of a diode, how a diode works, then this video is made for you and you are most welcome to watch this till end. Now to know about the inner structure or the working of a diode, you have to dig inside the microscopic world. So in the microscopic world, you will see a diode is made up of p-type and n-type semiconducting materials. In p-type semiconducting material, there are lots of holes are there, and on the other hand, in n-type semiconducting material, there are lots of electrons are there. Basically, electron and holes can't be separated in this way. I named that in p region, the concentration of holes are much greater than the concentration of electrons, and in n-type, the concentration of electrons are much greater than the concentration of holes. So that's why this side is called n represent negative, p represent positive, and that is how you can imagine or remember that n represents greater concentration of electrons, p represents greater concentration of holes. So when these two types of semiconducting materials are brought together, what's happened? You see, in this side holes are greater and in this side electrons are greater. So there is a basic tendency of electrons to combine with holes. You imagine this concept by, or in your lower classes, you have seen that negative charges are attracted by positive charges, and that is what happening when we are combining these p and n semiconducting materials. So this electron here jumps here, and as in first, p-type and n-type materials are neutral. That is, although this is p-type, but the whole semiconducting material is neutral. And similarly, in the end, where number of electrons are greater than the number of holes, although greater, but as a whole, this n-type semiconducting materials is neutral. So when we combine this n and p, and when an electron jumps the p side, there is a deficiency of electron in n region, and what we denote when there is a deficiency of electron, we denote that side by a positive. And as in this side there is a greater electron, so we denote this side as negative. As electron is greater, we denote this negative, and here as electron shortage, we denote as positive. Similarly, this electron will reach here and become this point negative, and this point we have deficiency of electron, that is positive. Similarly here this become positive, this become negative. And the middle point you can imagine the same phenomena. So this become negative, this become positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So you can see at this middle region there is a potential buildup. That means this region is positive, this region is negative. So there is a natural electric field acting along this side, positive to negative side. Now, this electric field opposes other electrons to come this side or other poles to jump other side. So this electric field acts as a barrier where no recombination of holes or electrons is possible in this region. Now, if you have heard about the forward bias and reverse bias condition of a diode, you will be damn sure what's happening there in the forward bias and reverse bias condition. So when you apply positive terminal with power supply to the positive terminal, that is P side of a diode, that means when you apply positive terminal of a power supply to the P side of a diode and negative terminal of a power supply to the N type of a diode, this condition is called the forward bias condition. That is, P type applies positive terminal and negative terminal is applied to negative voltage. So in this case, the holes are repelled by this positive voltage supply. And if this voltage supply is sufficient enough to overcome this positive terminal's repulsion, that is, this positive electric field, that is electric field inside a diode that is generated during the PN combination. That when we are making this diode, there is a inbuilt electric field which opposes the furthermore electron flow from this side to this side and holes flow from P side to N side. And this potential or this electric field is called barrier potential. In semiconductors, that is in silicon diodes, this barrier potential is around 0.6 volt. So in case when this applied positive terminal is greater than 0.6 volt, that is, this terminal is greater than this electric field. In that case, the holes will reach the inside, and once the holes gets inside, it will be attracted by this negative power supply. That means, if holes reach there, from there, they will be attracted by this voltage supply's negative terminal. And that's how a hole makes a whole circuit, and we call a current flows in forward bias condition. And in case of reverse bias, that is when we apply negative terminal of a voltage supply to the P side and positive terminal of a voltage supply to the N side. In that case, directed by this positive terminal as a pole, this region, that means the inner inbuilt potential, that is 0.6, will increase from 0.6 to 0.7. If we further increase this potential, in that case, it will increase from 0.7 to 0.8. That means we are increasing this barrier in the diode. That is, we are making further to reach P to inside and electrons to P side. And that's how it's called reverse bias condition, as it denotes there will be no current flow in reverse bias condition. So I am sure about that because learn something from this lecture.